Dun & Bradstreet hosted its flagship conclave, the Power of Data Summit 2022, in the Garden City, Bengaluru. The summit served as a global platform to gain useful insights from CXOs, industry veterans and top experts. Here are some highlights.
In terms of estimates of data, I think IBM put out a number that the world produces something like 2.5 quintillion bytes of data every day, which I think India is leading in many manners. And we've got some estimates in terms of market size, $120 odd billion by another 5 years or so, in terms of what the size of the industry would be.
The first theme of the day was based on the topic of data strategy, deciphering data and unleashing its potential.
When we look at data strategy, I think we are really talking about digital processes which are enabling data to be readily available.
Topmost challenge would be how you can actually get your hands on all kinds of data that you have had over a period of time.
Heard a long time back about data being the new oil. But I'd like to offer another definition. Data is not just oil, it has become the soil now.
When you look at data, you can actually start organically and say, I can collect all the data, I can do whatever I want. But in a large organization, that's probably not the way it really works, right?
We can do a lot of things with data. We can play around with data, generate our own insights. But it's no use if that's not getting adopted.
The way we basically try to do is to ensure that our data strategy is related to the business strategy, right? At the end of it, that's the way to try and identify what are the ideal use cases that we want to go after.
Data is the engine. I started IndianMoney.com back in 2008. We used to advise people on call, and this was more about helping people to make right financial decisions.
The second theme of the day was data deployment architecture, creating a conducive and robust IT architecture to support the data strategy. Here are some highlights.
The volume of data, the velocity of data, the variety of data, all three of that has just shot through the roof.
Most of the data that we are seeing today are machine generated data, but we are still figuring out how to use that.
Let's first understand the business, right? Let's understand what do we want to go after, and then really build all of these, and that's how we are also solving our challenge.
You need to kind of think about security, compliance, governance, and people don't come cheap.
Thing which comes to smaller and younger organization is that there is a very high call to action. We want to get it done, and we want to get it done yesterday.
What we try to do is we simplify. We rather work on quality of data than quantity of data, and this is what we advocate as well.
Battleground data, CDO versus CIO versus CTO, was the next topic of the discussion. Here are some key highlights.
What we are seeing is the rise of the data-driven enterprise. What is the role that data is playing in that transformation journey?
Transformation, as you said, is quite a loaded word. It can be anything. It can be transforming the company, transforming how we go to market, transforming how our people and our culture is evolving.
One of the key roles of a data science officer is to help stakeholders in the organization, be a change agent.
We say that 3 out of 4 financial transactions in the world runs out of an SAP system, right? So SAP is a fundamental backbone.
The last theme of the summit was based on deriving meaningful insights, enabling tools to extract timely and accurate data for decision making.
So Raghavendra, can I begin by asking you, how do you approach data? What is your data strategy to begin with?
The way we are transforming the manufacturing function has to be more digital savvy in our manufacturing and even with our vendors.
2 things important. One is the customer experience and second is the value.
For us, I think some of the challenges that really did not occur, which probably would be there, is that the quality of data and so on and so forth.
Basically, we are here to ease the friction between a merchant and a customer.
We've normalized our data extremely well, which means that whatever features that we actually launch or what are the new products that we do, it is going to sit in a separate container.
I would like to thank all of you for being here. As people keep saying, data is the new oil. And if you use the oil well, you're going to succeed. And hopefully, our organizations can work together to help you succeed in your business endeavors.
I think all of us will go back to our organizations, implement what we have learned today, and take our organizations forward. All I can say, cheers to the power of data, and thank you all for coming here.